The discrimination of sex workers is in the spotlight after 6 bodies were found in the Johannesburg CBD. In South Africa, sex work still remains criminalised for both the workers and those willing to buy. According to lobby groups, this has led to discrimination and exploitation of sex workers. Joining us now is Portia, Tyembile, the Provincial Co-ordinator for the Asijiki Coalition for the Decriminalisation of Sex Work. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Perhaps before we even start, talk to us about the movement and the body of organizations within it, and perhaps the aim and the goals of what you aim to achieve.
Afternoon. My name is Portia Tyembile. As you already introduced me, I'm based in Cape Town, and I am the Provincial Co-ordinator for Asijiki, advocating for decriminalisation of sex workers. Perhaps we all know that we are not sure if the bodies that were there found that the sex workers, but my point of view is that whatever happens, it is very sad, first of all, as a sex worker, because I'm also a sex worker. So it is making us feel like we are not human beings. Second of all, it is very sad that the whole South Africa now has been shaken because of these things, that we as sex workers, we are not safe anymore. It has shaken our families, it has shaken like everyone that is a woman or is a human being, because whatever happens there, it is making us feel like we are not being recognized as human beings. First of all, we are sisters, we are mothers, we are everything to our families. So that means that our families now, they are very scared of the fact that if anything can happen to us because of 6 bodies that we don't even know now, what did it happen or how did this thing happen? It makes us not to know, Guti, tomorrow we're going to wake up where, who is next to what is happening. You see, it has shaken everyone. So hence we say it is very sad in such a way that, sorry?
With this having had such a big impact, I mean, impacting the safety of sex workers in the Johannesburg CBD and women at large, Portia, with your efforts in trying to ensure that sex work is legalized, I mean, what are some of the stereotypes that need to be broken and the myths and misconceptions about the industry that need to now be done away with?
The stereotypes that people need to know is that what we're doing is work. We are working. We are not selling our bodies. Let me just emphasize that. We are exchanging what I have to exchange with the client. People must take the fact that we are doing the crime, because the stereotype is that we are doing the crime. That's why they are like that. And also, mostly men, they think that while we're on the street, we are desperate. You see, we took that as the choice. I chose to be a sex worker. Nobody. I chose to be a sex worker. That is the work that I feel comfortable of doing it. People must take the fact that I'm desperate. I don't love myself. I hate to work. No. I hate to go and sell the potatoes or the fruit on the road. I prefer to do the work that I am doing. What I am doing is work. Hence, we're saying if we can find the decriminalisation in South Africa, most of these things, people that are stereotyped, the police, the law enforcement, they need also to be sensitized, because those are the people that are hurting us, mostly also on the road.
So you say that it's work, you want it to be legalized, you want a framework that will ensure protection and acknowledgement that it is indeed work. But Portia, we cannot deny, especially looking at the state of the economy and the challenges in South Africa when it comes to access to jobs, employment, that some of your colleagues may be forced into the industry because of desperation.
Yes, there are people that are forced, because I'm going back again. we have families. You are forced to do this because of you have a family that you must feed. You have the child that you must take to school. So once you stand on the road and do the work that you're doing, at least you can be able to pay the fees. You can be able to buy food for the family. So that is why I always say they mustn't take us as sex workers as criminals. We are not criminals. We have to feed our kids.
With the 6 bodies that may be believed to be sex workers discovered in the Joburg CBD, and I suppose that has raised the fears and the safety concerns around sex work and the dangers when it comes to legalizing the entire industry, and also perhaps having your voices heard as sex workers and getting the attention of government for legislation to turn and allow this to be respected work that is seen to be secured, and so for sex workers to also be able to relate to any sort of relay the criminal allegations to police without being discriminated. What do you think it's going to take? Because a lot of the experts, I've just spoken to a forensic psychologist who said that it will be important for police to also know that through legislation and legalization, that this is work and that you and your colleagues have the right to report the dangers within the industry. How much do you think it's going to take to get to that point?
I don't know, because we've done almost everything that we find the decriminalisation of sex work. We've done going to support the sex workers that have been. We tried to go to parliament. We've tried to call the police to sensitize them. We've tried everything. Hence, we're not going to stop doing the marches. We're not going to stop asking the police to do the sensitization with us. We're not going to stop going to Simene Amalungelo for sex workers until we find the president, because the president promised us. We're still waiting for the president to come and speak to us, because we want him to decriminalize the sex work.
This case,
we've tried every platform that we can, but still we are still trying. We're not going to stop until we find the decriminalization of sex work.
I suppose this case that's happened within the Joburg CBD, some of the experts talking about this and really reacting to it say that it will be important for other sex workers or victims who may be linked in any form or fashion to the current suspect who's been arrested to come forward. But very often, those who need to come forward are sometimes afraid of coming forward because they don't want their families to know about the line of work that they do. If you had to perhaps call out some of those people who may know that they have suffered some sort of abuse from the suspect, the 20-year-old who's now currently behind bars linked to one of the deceased so far, what message would you give?
You know what, sweetheart? Also, when I'm on the road, I got so many challenges as a sex worker. And a lot of things happened to me. When the raped, things would happen to me. Your client will take me and drop me somewhere and not pay me. All those things happen to us, and they are so painful. It is not easy for them to come in front because of their families, that they don't know them, what they are doing. You see, you can say, okay, they must come forward, but it's not safe for them because their families don't know what they are doing. Maybe my family might know that I'm a sex worker. I am doing this. But some of us, we don't want our families to know about that, because you can lose your mother, okay, you can lose your father, your child, because of what you're doing, because of the stereotype that you're talking about. So whoever this guy is, he's like other guys that is doing the same thing. This thing is still happening out there, but we haven't found those people that say, okay, let me go. And it's not easy either way. Even if you can go to the police station and report this thing, the police station are not, there are those who will write your statement and keep on doing all those things, searching for you, we are here, court, all those things. But Amanima police owner, they will ask you questions. Why are you still traumatized? Ask you, Kuti, at this time, why were you wearing a short skirt? Why this? Why that? Because you know that the Indians are concentrating.
So what did it take for you, very lastly, Portia, before we say goodbye, what did it take for you to be able to have the courage to say sex work is also work and this is who I am, this is what I do, and, you know, have your family and your friends, your national television right now speaking to the entire world. You speak with confidence and authority. What did it take to get to that point?
The support that I had from Sweat, the support that I had from family and friends, the support that I had, especially at work. You see, when you're at work, you speak in Bilini, you speak into everything that has happened to you. And also, you go and find a band that can counsel you. Some people, counseling is not working for others, but it does work for others. So for me, I accepted the fact that, okay, this is what happened to me. So this is who I am. I am not stopping. No one is nothing is gonna move me. No one is gonna move me. I am this person that I am. Nothing's gonna change for the fact that Portia Tyembile, I am a sex worker. As the fact that I'm still a sex worker, nothing is gonna move me for who I am, for what I am, because I love myself as a sex worker.
Very well. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to us and bringing us within your confidence. Portia Tyembile, Provincial Co-ordinator for the Asijiki Coalition for the Decriminalisation of Sex Work, saying sex work is also work.